Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So the last update about this is fate. Preeta was able to find out that it was Sonakshi that kidnapped Pio, and Preeta saved Pio from Sonakshi. And in this particular update, Sonakshi turned the table against Preeta. Please keep watching. After Preeta rescued Pio from Sonakshi and a kidnappers gang, Pio fainted and Preeta comes running to a hospital with Pio and says that she needs to see a child specialist. A doctor checks Pio and asks a nurse to bring medicine. She tells Preeta not to worry. Whenever Pio gets nervous, then she faints. Preeta is shocked to hear this from the doctor. Preeta asks the doctor, "How do you know so much about Pio?" The doctor says, "Because I know Pio's mother very well. Pio's mother died after giving birth to her." Preeta says, "But Pio's mother's father sent Pio to the NGO, and then I adopted Pio, and now I am Pio's mother." The doctor says Pio's mother died after giving birth. I was the one who did the delivery. I get appointed as a doctor for all NGO kids. I tried searching for Pio a lot, but the management had changed, and Pio's birth certificate was changed too, and it is a long story. I will tell you later. The doctor asks Preeta to wait outside, but Preeta says that she wants to stay with Pio. The doctor says, "I won't let anything happen to Pio. I used to do all her treatment in the NGO. I know all her medical condition." Preeta comes outside and records the doctor's words about Pio. She then records Sonakshi's behavior with Pio and how Sonakshi threw Pio away in anger. She thinks that no mother can do that. No mother can hurt her own child, but Sonakshi got Pio kidnapped. Preeta goes to the doctor and says, "I will be back in half an hour. It is an urgent work. Please don't let anyone meet Pio." Sonakshi is waiting for Karan. Sherlyn tells her that Karan would come, but I need to go home. Sonakshi asks her to wait. Sherlyn says, "I need to go home and prove Preeta as a bad mother." Sonakshi gets a call from Karan. Sherlyn tells her to pick up. Sonakshi put the call on speaker. Sherlyn pushes her and she screams. Sherlyn disconnects the call. Karan tells Vinod to drive faster. Sonakshi asks what nonsense and why did Sherlyn disconnect the call. Sherlyn says, "I disconnected the call for your good. When Karan hears you screaming, he will think that the kidnappers are eating you and he will come here faster." Preeta thinks that Sonakshi has become a danger for her family. If she can do this with Pio, then she can do anything with her family. She says, "I must stop her." She takes a taxi. She calls Karan with the driver's phone, but she was not able to get to Karan. She then calls Shriti, but Shriti is tied up and unconscious. She then called the police and asked them to reach the Lutra mansion as soon as possible. Rajiv tells Sonakshi that she lied to them and now the police is involved. If he knew, then he wouldn't have agreed. Sonakshi says, "You are getting paid for your work." Rajiv says he doesn't need such money and he calls her ruthless. Rajiv says if Sonakshi can abuse a child like that, then she can do anything with them. Sonakshi points a gun at Rajiv and asks him to shut up. Rajiv managed to take the gun back from Sonakshi. A goon comes there and tells Rajiv that Karan is here. Karan asks Grandma and Mahesh to stay back. He goes inside with Vinod. Karan sees Samir and Shriti and goes to them. Vinod finds Sonakshi injured and lying on the floor. Karan goes to Sonakshi. Rajiv and his goons comes out and manage to take the guns away from Vinod and his men. Karan asks where is Pio. Rajiv tells him to give his money first. Karan says to hell with the money. Rajiv threatens Karan. Sonakshi gets up and signals to Rajiv to try and eat Karan. She pushes him. Vinod and his team fight with Rajiv and his goons. Karan asks Sonakshi, "Are you okay?" Sonakshi says, "Don't worry about me. I want our daughter Pio." Karan asks, "Where is she?" Sonakshi says, "I thought she must be here. I tried searching for her, but then the goons caught me and they tortured me a lot." Sonakshi fakes tears and cries. She then says, "I want our Pio. I will die without Pio." Karan says, "I will find Pio. You stay with Samir and Shriti." Karan leaves. Rajiv fires bullet at Vinod. Karan beat up Rajiv. Sonakshi fears that Rajiv might tell everyone the truth. She cannot trust him. Karan threatens Rajiv and asks him to tell him where Pio is. Rajiv says Pio is with Preeta. Mahesh and Grandma also comes there. Rajiv continues and says, "Please don't tell Preeta. We had a deal with Preeta and she asked us to kidnap Pio." Karan gets furious. Rajiv says, "I am not lying." Rajiv shows Karan Preeta's dupatta and Preeta's phone, saying that Preeta forgot them here and Preeta kidnapped Pio by wearing a burqa so no one can identify her. Karan recalls seeing the CCTV footage in which someone with burqa kidnapped Pio. He asks Rajiv what Samir and Shriti are doing here. Rajiv says Preeta called them here so that they can be a witness, so that they can tell everyone at home how Preeta fought with us. Karan cannot believe his ears. Rajiv continues brainwashing Karan. Vinod tells his team to take Samir and Shriti to the hospital. Sonakshi recalls how she and Shelin blackmail Rajiv to say and do all this. Rajiv pushes Karan and runs out from there with his goons. Karan looks at Preeta's dupatta that falls on the floor while Preeta was saving Pio, and Karan immediately knows that Preeta truly comes to the kidnapper's hideout, and what the kidnapper was saying might be true. Sonakshi, taking out the phone, tells someone saying that the work is done. Shelin picks the phone and after reading it, she asks him to leave because the work has been done and she will get the money soon. Shelin is glad that this place is near to their house because now today will be the last day of Preeta in the Lutra house. Shelin reaches the Lutra house and she is glad because no one knew that she was not present, and she is glad because now their favorite daughter-in-law will be thrown out of the house. Karina in excitement says that Sonakshi has found out the location of Pio, and she even called Karan informing him of the location. Shelin runs towards Karina. Kritika asks her to calm down, otherwise she would fall. Raki asks if Shelin is fine. Shelin replies that she is really excited because Sonakshi has proved that the relationship of a mother and daughter is above any other relationship. Shelin says that Karan announced that he would reward anyone who finds the location of Pio, but no one helped them except Sonakshi, whom they all consider to be an outsider, and she herself is not a mother, but she would always like to be as Sonakshi, because Sonakshi even gave her daughter to Preeta, and she never compared herself to anyone, and no one gives their child away. The Lutras gave Preeta the duty of a mother, but Preeta failed each and every time, while Sonakshi came out as the winner. Shelin says that when Sonakshi's aunt got burnt while she was saving Pio from the fire, Sonakshi did not say anything to them because her daughter was in danger, and even today, when they thought that Vinod would be the one to help them, but it was Sonakshi who found out the location of Pio. Raki asks that how can Shelin compare two mothers. Shelin asks that what has she said wrong, because Preeta went crying to her room while Sonakshi found out about Pio. Raki scolded Shelin, demanding her to stop talking. Karina, taking Shelin's side, asks that why should Shelin stop talking, because whatever Shelin is saying is the truth, and she doesn't want to have any conversation with Raki because she is just worried about Pio. Preeta steps out of the car. She asks the guard to pay the driver, but she is stopped by the police. Preeta explains that she was the one who called the police, so she asks if everything is fine. The police inspector says that Samir and Shriti have been admitted to the hospital because they were found unconscious at the factory. Preeta is worried, and the inspector says that Samir and Shriti were given a high dose of chloroform, but now they are trying to search for the kidnapper. Preeta mentioned the name of Sonakshi, asking if they have not been able to find her, and she rushes inside the house. Karan, along with the entire Lutra family, is anxiously waiting for Preeta. Preeta, entering the house, rejoices, saying that Pio is fine. She rushes to hug Karan, saying that Pio is fine. Karan sees the injury, so he asks if Preeta is injured, and Preeta replies that it is nothing to be worried about. Grandma says that they have went through such a big incident, but Preeta is here happy. Preeta tries to explain that she could not stay in the house, so she went to protect Pio. Raki asks that when did Preeta leave the house, because they all thought that Preeta was in her room. Preeta apologized, saying that she could not stay in the house, so she went to protect her daughter, and she even apologized to Karan, saying how she knows that he ordered her to stay inside. Karan replies that Preeta got hurt because of this. Grandma, standing, asks that what is the need that Preeta got her own daughter kidnapped. Shelin, coming from behind, says it was because Preeta needed money. Preeta gets shocked hearing this, and the entire Lutra family is also shocked. Shelin says that Preeta needed 20 million in order to save the marriage all of her mother, because she heard their conversation when Salah came to meet Preeta. A flashback is shown. Salah was talking to Preeta about their marriage all, and Salah assures Preeta that there's nothing to worry about, and Salah asks Preeta to go and bring her purse. Shelin comes out wondering what is going on. Shelin tells the Lutras that a man was talking with Salah, and the man told Salah that this amount was not of worry to Salah, since Salah's daughter is the wife of Karan Lutra. Salah then asks the man to leave before her daughter comes, otherwise she will feel bad. Salah told the man that she herself will give the man the entire money for the all without asking Preeta, and the man leaves. Preeta comes out with her purse while Shelin was hearing their conversation. After Salah leaves, Shelin then quickly thinks of a plan, and the flashback ends. Shelin tells everyone that she is telling the truth and Preeta intentionally kidnapped her own daughter to get money from the Lutras to give her mother for their marriage all. Preeta asks Sherlyn what is she talking about and is she in her right senses. Sherlyn says that everything will be sorted when Preeta talks with the person on the phone. Preeta, while talking with the man on the phone, asks that how much money does Sarla need to save her marriage all. The person reviews the amount just as Sherlyn had said. Preeta asks that why is there so many questions in their heart. Preeta says Sonakshi, so Preeta started to fight with Sonakshi, asking that what is she doing in her house. Sherlyn pushes Preeta away, and Grandma says that Sonakshi is the one who hid in the trunk of Karan's car, and then she later hid in the car of the kidnappers, and after which Sonakshi fought with the kidnappers for the sake of Pio. Grandma says that this is how the duty of a mother is fulfilled. Preeta replies that she is the one who did all this and not Sonakshi. She tries to explain to Karan, but Karan in anger asks Preeta that what is she saying. Preeta reveals that Sonakshi is lying because she never desired any money from their family. However, Karan doesn't believe Preeta. Mahesh also stands up asking that what wrong did he do because he always considered Preeta as his own daughter, and why did Preeta not come straight to him if she needed any money, because he would have given her not even 20 million but 200 million. Preeta is not able to believe anything they were saying. Sonakshi, while acting as if she is crying, asks Preeta that why is Preeta constantly hurting the Lutra family, both mentally and physically. Karan is constantly listening to everything, and Sonakshi says that they all saw at the Diwali function how people got trapped in the firecrackers. Sonakshi says that even the time when food got stuck in Pio's throat, it all happened because of Preeta. Preeta was not able to be a good mother. She therefore decided to kidnap Pio. And then also Preeta demands for money to save the marriage all of her mother. Preeta asks if Sonakshi is done with her story. Preeta explains that she is the daughter-in-law of the Lutra family and she has not done anything wrong and she cares for them. So why is Sonakshi acting? Preeta says that Sonakshi would never be able to live in this house. Karan turns asking Preeta that where is Pio. Preeta asks that why is Karan talking to her like this. Kritika says it is because they are all worried because Preeta might try to harm Pio. Preeta asks that what is Kritika saying. Grandma also says that no one will believe anything that Preeta says because she along with Mahesh and Karan have heard everything even before Preeta arrived. Preeta says that she doesn't know what they have heard, but whatever they heard about her is not the truth. Karan says that he will not believe anyone, but what about the kidnapper? Because when he reached the factory, then the kidnapper revealed that Preeta was the real culprit behind the kidnapping. Preeta is shocked to hear this. So here comes the beginning of another problem for Preeta. Thank you so much guys for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share this video. And I'll see you all again in my next video. Bye guys.